Hey guys, how we doing today? Today we're going to take a look at the Soul of Chogokin GX-72 Megazord, also known as Daizyujin if you're a Super Sentai fan. So, this was the first Power Rangers release in the Soul of Chogokin line. Last time we took a look at the Super Robot Chogokin, this time we're going to look at the Soul of Chogokin, who... we'll talk about what I think about it in a minute, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Megazord, in Japan, it would have a completely different front of the box, which I actually like better. But aside from the front of the box, that's the only difference. Everything else about the toy is the same. No decal changes, no paint changes, no material changes. There is no difference. This is just an import. So, this is the front of the box. Top of the box, side of the box, back of the box, other side of the box, bottom of the box. Everything checks out. Soul Chogokin has really good boxes. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this beautiful, beautiful set of Dinozords here. I will not be comparing it to the Legacy Megazord or the original, because I don't have either. I have this courtesy of my former colleagues at Otaku Sentai Digiranger, because they got it for me for my birthday about just shy of 2 years ago. So I've had this set about 2 years. We actually did a review on it on Otaku Sentai Digiranger, comparing it to the Legacy, but I wanted to kind of give my own solo perspective on it. So here we have the 5 Dinozords: Pterodactyl, Mastodon, Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, Sabertooth Tiger. And we're going to go ahead and talk about each one of them individually. We're going to go in the American morphing order, and then we'll transform it and give my final thoughts. So, start here with the Mastodon, who is a very, very, very beautiful Mastodon. The paint and sculpting on this is insane. It blows the original and the Legacy out of the water. He does have a little bit of articulation. His head can move up. His trunk can move freely, something none of the other Mastodon toys could do. Unfortunately, his legs don't move, which I find to be a bit surprising, because they do move in the show. They actually filled these pieces out, something the original and the Legacy didn't do. Or I don't even think the new Hasbro, the one Hasbro is coming out, I don't think it does that either. But he looks really good. He's got all the paint, all the sculpting. There's metal in him. I don't know where the metal is. The cold touch technique isn't really working. Here we have a Pterodactyl. Now, this does not come with a flight stand. I have him on a Tamashii stage, but he does not actually come with a flight stand, so I'm going to say right now it looks better on a flight stand. But, like the original, if you have the cannons, which you do store in the Tyrannosaurus this time, in his chest are 2 clips. You can put these on his feet. So, again, the Pterodactyl was always the dumbest of all of them. Like, you could tell it's just meant to be the chest plate. The back detail is really good, though. Something the original and Legacy didn't really have. His wingspan is huge. It's got the proper pink paint. It looks really nice. Like, basically what I got from this set was Tamashii was like, hey, Bandai America, let us show you how to make a proper Daizyujin. So, they did. You got the Triceratops, who is chunky as hell. But, he's supposed to be. He looks really good, though. He could even do, like, the little puppy... Aww, like a little tilt. Which is kind of cool. His mouth opens. The tail can flip up and turn to give the cannon look that he does have in the show. Something Legacy could not do. And the horns, actually, are on a chain. Both are on a chain, which is pretty cool. you learn how to get them in and out, but when you first do this, it can be a pain in the ass, but once you learn it, it's okay. The treads don't move, which is unfortunate, so you can't really roll them, but oh well. Next, we got the Sabertooth Tiger, which still looks like it came out of Voltron, but I should have brought Voltron out to compare them. Anyway, but she's really cool. He's really cool, whatever. Mouth opens, closes, head's fully articulated. The legs actually have really good movement in them. You can actually get him into the leaping pose that he has in the show. The tail moves up to be the cannon. And overall, just it looks really nice. The Tyrannosaurus is still the coolest of the team. Personally. He actually has the cannons molded into his mouth, which is really nice. The arms actually have a pretty good range. The claws open. Closed. The knees can't move up any further, but they can move back. And they don't have the pegs sticking out of the knees. Legs have a full spread. He has a waist rotation. His tail actually has a really good bend. I like that a lot. So in terms of just the Dinozords, if you wanted to display them as the Dinozords, it's actually not a bad display option. But because this is a combining Megazord, you don't display them as the Dinozords unless you have multiple sets, which they do have the black gray paint, so I'm kind of considering it. Well, we're going to go ahead and transform it. So I'm going to try to mimic the show's transformation as much as possible. Start with the Sabertooth Tiger. Fold her teeth up. Fold her legs up. And then push the tail in, which is new. Push it in, open that up. She's all set. Triceratops. Compress those in. Push those in. Flip the tail forward. Open that up. All set. Then you take the Tyrannosaurus. Open all that up to reveal the connector pegs. Right there. You can push the legs out and then pull these parts forward. And then these will just slide right in. We'll go ahead and pull those out and pull this piece out now. So we got something going on. Take Mr. Mastodon here. Pull him. Pull his head off. Fold that piece out. And then take this guy. Open all of this up. So open all of that up and then fold the shoulder pieces out. And then you can go like that, that. Open this all up, and then that'll connect onto the back and just clip on like that. This will go on to the Tyrannosaurus's chest. Take these cannons off, put them on there, fold her wings in. You never saw this part in the show, I'm just kind of making this up. But then you go back here, and there are these little gray parts, gray parts. Fold them out to form clips, and then she clips onto the back. Right there. So, there you go. This is the Megazord tank mode, or the Dino Tanker and Georanger. I mean, it's a thing. It was a cool kind of like mid-transformation thing they had in the show. So it's nice that the toys represent it. But it's not what you buy the set for, let's put it that way. So we'll begin the Megazord sequence. Pull her off, push those in, take the tail. You know, yeah, we can go ahead and take that off. Fold the tail up, and then there's a hidden clip right there. So flip that out, plug it in, take these off and plug them in to the back. Now Megazord sequence has been initiated. And you just take this guy, straighten the legs out, and push the feet up, which Triceratops one's very heavy. There's an ankle clip on the Sabertooth Tiger only, for some reason. Whoa, he gets tall. So now she flies in, fold her head in, fold her wings in, fold these clips out, open the chest up, push the Tyrannosaurus head in, and then plug this into the chest, and bam, Megazord sequence activated. Here we have the Megazord, or Daizyujin, and in toy form, this is without a doubt in my mind the best version of this robot. This thing is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It was my first Soul of Chogokin, and it blew me out of the water. I mean, I've always wanted Soul of Chogokin figures. I finally got this one. I was like, yes. So I got him. Soul of Chogokins, I have him, Megazord, Titanus, I have all of them. Gal Geiger, who's my favorite. Goldie Marg, Gypsy Danger, Voltron, and God Mars. So I have a few. But man, this thing is just wow. So, articulation-wise, arms do a full 360. They can go out. He's got elbows, bicep turn, wrist articulation. The fingers are individually movable. Legs go forward. Can't go really far back, but he has a knee. Wrist right there, movement right there, and he's got an ankle rocker. If you unclip the tail, the waist rotation does return. You gotta unclip the tail for that, unfortunately, but that's okay. And the head turns. I wish the head had a tilt up and down, but it doesn't. That's okay. So he has only one accessory, actually, which is kind of surprising given the price point. I'll talk about that in a minute. So he can hold the shield. Like that. Then the only other thing he comes with is the sword. Which, of course, if he didn't come with the sword, we'd have problems. But for the price, this thing was $300, which is the same price as Voltron. Not only is Voltron bigger, he comes with a lot more accessories. Now, I understand that in the show, he didn't have a lot of accessories. Okay, I can give you that one. But for $300, he should have had more. Like, yes, I know, he's made of metal. He's got more moving points. He's got articulation. He's got plastic. He's got a lot of moving parts. So did Voltron, who was bigger and had more accessories. So did Gal Gaigar, who had a much more involved transformation than either of those two, and has way more accessories. You see? So for $300, well, I think it's a great Megazord. The best version of the Megazord you're going to get for $300. It's a bit of an asking price. Now, granted, I also didn't pay full price for it because my friends paid for half of it for me. So I personally spent like $150 on it. But still, you could have given him, like, the Soul of Chogokin, the Super Robot Chogokin had alternate hands. It had the lightning effect part. It had the charge for the sword effect part. You could have given him, all, like, again, going back to Gal Gaigar. Gal Gaigar had several alternate hands. It had the dividing driver. Goldie Marg has alternate hands, has the Zondercore. Voltron has a bunch of weapons. So you could have given him, like, an effect part. You could have given him alternate hands. You could have given him the little gloved hands that he has sometimes. You could have given him something else. They didn't, because I honestly don't know why they didn't think to include some alternate hands or effects parts, but they didn't. Even a stand I would have accepted for the price, but that's neither here nor there. It's a really, really good Megazord. As a Megazord toy, it's the best to ever exist of this design. It's probably the best Megazord toy ever made, period, no matter what season's your favorite. It is a bit of it is expensive though, and you should only really collect this or buy this if you're a hardcore MMPR fan. It's back on Big Bad Toy Store last I checked, so it's actually available. So if you want to get it, go for it if you got the funds. He is the only Megazord, or of the three Megazord, Dragozord, Titans. He's the only one worth getting on his own. The other two, not so much. And he's definitely, of the three, he is definitely my favorite of the three Power Rangers Soul of Chogokin. So, that's going to be it for this review. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time, I'm going to just keep on going and finishing this Ultrazord set. So, you know what's up next. Take care.